Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Val here again. And today I'll show you how to use Okta Workflows to automatically log deactivated users from Okta into Google Sheets, as well as send a Slack alert at the same time. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, before we start, here's what you'll need. Number one, access to Okta Workflows console. Number two, a Google Sheet with the following columns: first name, last name, email, and created date. Number three, a Slack workspace where you can connect a bot user. And number four, connections in Okta Workflows set up to Google Sheets and Slack. First, let's go ahead and set up our connectors. You can find the connectors inside the Okta Workflows console. We'll go ahead and navigate there now. Once inside the console, you'll want to go into connections. And then click New Connection. And from here, you can search for Google Sheets, Slack, or any other app you want to connect. Once you authenticate, you'll see the connection show up in your cards. A quick blurb about connectors. Connectors are how Okta Workflows talks to other applications. Think of them as bridges. They let you send and receive data between Okta and tools like Google Sheets or Slack without writing code. Each connector needs to be authorized once, and then you can drag its cards into your flows. If you don't see a connector you need, you can search the catalog or use the generic API connector to call any REST API. To set up the workflow for deactivated users in Okta, we'll navigate to the Flows tab here. And you would click on New Flow, but for the purpose of today's demo, I've already created the flow, so we'll go ahead and click into it now. The first thing we'll do, we'll start by adding the Okta user deactivated event card, as you see here on the left. This will fire every time a user in Okta is deactivated. Next, we'll add the Google Sheets create row card and make sure you connect it to your Google Sheet. And to do so is very simple. You click on the options tab here and fill in the blanks. Once you connect to your sheet, and as an example, my sheet is here with the column headers as first name, last name, email, and created date, that will pull into the card, and then you can map that to the Okta attributes contained within the Okta card. For notifications, I use the compose card, and this allows us to create a clean Slack message that lets us combine static text with Okta fields. And as you can see here, I've included the message template in the compose card. Lastly, we now add the Slack send message to channel card. So in this instance, you'll need to select your Slack connection, choose the target channel, and map the compose output into the text field. Now that our flow is set up, let's go ahead and test it out. As you can see here, we have a Google Sheet, and anytime a user gets deactivated in Okta, that information will get written into our Google Sheet, and we will also get an alert sent to a Slack channel, which we've named deactivated users. Now let's go ahead and see the flow in action. We'll pivot back to our Okta admin console and select a user to test with. So we'll go into directory, people, and we'll choose test user 3. And from here, once I deactivate the user manually, this is exactly what IT would do when someone leaves a company or no longer needs access. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Click deactivate. Okay. And we should see the information populate shortly. I think. Boom, there we go. Alrighty, whew. So here's the new row in our audit log. You can see the user's display name, their email address, and the exact time of deactivation. This gives us an easy, centralized way to track deprovisioned accounts that's accessible to non-Okta admins like HR or finance. Now let's go ahead and check Slack. And voila, over in our deactivated users channel, the workflow has posted a notification. It tells us who was deactivated, their email, and when it happened. This is super useful for IT operations or security teams because it gives us real-time visibility without having to log into Okta or dig through system logs. So with one action, deactivating a user in Okta, we automatically updated our audit log in Google Sheets and notified the team in Slack. That's the power of Okta Workflows. No coding required, just connecting the right cards. Before we wrap, you may be wondering, why the heck are we sending data to a spreadsheet? And that's a great question. For this instance, I'm using Google Sheets as a simple, demo-friendly destination. In real life, you might send this data to ServiceNow, Jira, or a database, but Sheets is great because it's something everyone understands. It gives us a clear audit log of every deactivated user that non-technical teams like HR or finance can access without needing Okta admin rights. And that's it. We've built an automated workflow that listens for user deactivations in Okta, logs them into Google Sheets for easy auditing, and posts a real-time alert into Slack. This kind of automation reduces manual work, keeps teams aligned, and gives security and HR better visibility. What I showed with Google Sheets and Slack could just as easily integrate with ServiceNow, Jira, or any other SaaS apps using Okta connectors. And that's the real power of Okta Workflows. You don't need to write code to create meaningful automation. Well, thanks for watching. If you found this useful, give it a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other Okta automations you'd like me to cover next. Until next time, have a great day.